If you are currently in your flop era, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Today, we are going to be talking about something that everyone has gone through, and that is struggle. I will be sharing my main tips on how to get out of a rough patch, how to get back into your flow, and my number one tip for getting out of struggle and staying in that flow state, staying in that successful feeling. And these are all things that have helped me when I'm going through a rough patch, and I hope that by sharing them with you, you can implement some of these things into your life. On the internet lately, you might be hearing a lot about being in my flop era, or I'm in my slay era right now, and I feel like this is very applicable to this video. And if you don't know what flop or slay means, let's Urban Dictionary that real quick. According to Urban Dictionary, a flop is something that fails miserably. And like a fail or an attempt to do something. And then, according to Urban Dictionary, slay is like you killed it or you succeeded in something. So pretty much I'll be explaining how you can get out of your flop era and enter your slay era. The first crucial thing to realize when you're struggling is that struggle is so normal. And even though people don't talk about it enough, everyone has gone through struggles in their life and will continue to have struggles in their life, regardless of the scale, regardless of the severity of it. Everyone has gone through struggles, so just remind yourself that even the most successful people on this planet have gone through struggle and will continue to go through struggle. So you are not alone. Just remember that you are not alone, and I hope that this helps you feel better. This helps you take that first step to realizing that you are normal. This is normal. This is life. But that doesn't mean you have to stay like this, that you have to stay in this struggle, that you have to stay in this flop. Everyone has gone through struggle, even the people you look up to. Life is full of ups and downs, no matter how perfect someone else's life may look to you online or in person. It might feel like it's never ending, but trust me, it is not. You have all of the power within you to get out of this feeling. And just remember, even some of the happiest people on this planet and some of the happiest people in your life may have lived a long portion of their life in sadness and in struggle. And it took them this to get out of it. So for me, I definitely have gone through some struggles in my life, and let's see, what was really the turning point for me was probably in high school. I was miserable. I would come home from school and just be down, and I didn't have much hope for myself. I didn't have much hope for what this life would hold for me. And I thought that I was stuck, and realizing that I wasn't was probably the turning point. I had hit my breaking point, and I was at the lowest of lows when I realized that this life can be whatever I want to make it. This life has infinite possibilities, and I truly can do anything with it. It probably was when I watched The Secret back in 2017, maybe early 2017, that I really started taking control of my life. I started journaling. I started just writing every day and expressing myself and sticking up for myself, holding myself higher, valuing myself, that I was able to get out of this constant feeling of struggle and depression. I literally was depressed, and I did not have much hope for where my life was going to end up, but I committed to myself. The second thing that I really stand by, and is probably the most crucial thing to realize when you're trying to get out of struggle and into your flow, trying to get out of your flop and into your slay, is that the struggle is the most vital and the most important part of your path. Now, this might surprise you to hear, but when you think about it, what led you to your breaking point? Your struggle. Without this breaking point, without this struggle, you would not be pushed out of your comfort zone and want to make a change. Without this struggle, you would not have had that push to grow to your fullest potential and your highest potential and into your highest self. And I just think that's such a beautiful thing. Sometimes life is so uncomfortable that we have to have that push. We have to go through that pain because that is the only thing that will push us out of it. We may never reach our full potential if we don't go through something extremely difficult. And I know it's hard and I know it sucks, but it is not forever. Let's look at it as a blessing and let's look at our struggles as something beautiful, something we can have gratitude for, something we can thank and then release. We can thank them for the role they played in our path and the role they played in our journey. And we can thank them for where they're leading us. It really might be hard in this moment to feel that way. It might be hard in the depths of your struggle and in the pits and in the pain to feel this gratitude, but I want you to look at it as if you were already on the other side of it. Look at it as if you were already in the flow. Look at it as if you were already on the other side of it. I want you to look at it as if you are past the struggle and let this feeling empower you. Let the gratitude for your struggle empower you. And that leads me to my next point. The third most important step to getting out of your struggle and into your flow and into your success and getting out of your flop and into your slay era. All right, we're entering our slay era, ladies. Is refuse to accept your struggle as where you are. Refuse to accept that as your reality because it does not have to be this way forever. You can reject it. You can change. You can change this part of your life. When you take back your control and you refuse to let struggle be the basis that you live your life, you will enter this feeling of empowerment. When you refuse to accept struggle for yourself, you are entering a world of possibilities. You do not have to accept it as your reality. You can make a conscious decision every day to move out of it. This might take time for some people, and that is completely okay. But what I want you to do is to every day visualize that version of yourself. Picture her. What is she doing? How is she flowing? What does her day look like? What does her morning routine look like? Picture that version of yourself who is on the other side and let this visualization fuel you, fire you inside, and let that push you to get out of your struggle. I want you to visualize this version of yourself who can accept her struggle, who can be grateful for her struggle, but not let it rule her existence. Picture that version of yourself who is achieving their goals. Picture that version of yourself who no longer has to worry about your constant struggles. And as you picture this version of yourself, let that motivate you. It is inevitable that you will get out of this struggle. No struggle stays forever. Things come and go in this life, and we can release them with grace, with gratitude, with love, and accept a new experience and a new, better feeling into our lives. So just to recap, the 3 things you have to do to get out of your flop era and enter your slay era. The 3 things you have to do to get out of struggle, get out of the flop, move into the flow, move into the slay. You have to realize that it is normal. It is a human experience. It's part of the beauty of living on this planet. And also accept that it is vital. It is part of your path. It is part of who you are, and it will shape you and who you become. And then just don't accept it for yourself. Accept nothing less than your dreams. Accept nothing less than your goals, and realize that it doesn't have to be your reality forever. So I just want to thank you so much for joining me. Lint. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this video helped you in some way. Give it a thumbs up if it helped you. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you want to hear more in depth about any of these subjects. Let me know what you want to hear about next, and see you soon. I just wanted to add that if you are currently in your flop era, a slay is right around the corner. Shout out to Jaci. I'll link her down below. I love her so much, and shout out to her for sort of coining that term. And yeah, I hope that this video helped you. I love you so much. I really do.